What's up, guys? Carolina Jackpot, casual football fan, coming at you on September 30th, 2019. Doing a recap tonight of the picks against the spread from the weekend of 9/28. Normally I do this on Sunday. I'm a little bit tied up yesterday, so I wasn't able to get to it. We'll do it tonight. And the pick against the spread videos for week number 6 will be coming up in the next couple of evenings. So make sure you stay tuned for those. So we're going to go through here and grade my picks and see how I did against the spread. I have a feeling that wasn't too great. Just eyeballing it, but I'm not exactly sure how many are correct, how many are not. Navy at Memphis. I took Navy here to cover the spread, and they did not. Just barely missed out on it. They led for much of this game, but I'll have Memphis to come back on them and take a 35-23 victory. So that one was incorrect. Probably the worst pick of the week, Duke at Virginia Tech. I took Tech to cover the spread there. They just got totally just mollywopped, stomped. It was terrible. 45-10 loss to Duke on Friday night at home. That had to be one of the worst losses in the history of Lane Stadium. It was really bad. Got a lot of issues there. And I'm trying to make a video about them on Friday night as well. And, you know, I sat here and talk about Virginia Tech fans deserve so much better. You deserve this, you know, you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the token Tater fan in the comment section with well, they're a whole lot better than the Coots. And the Coot, they don't even expect you to make a bowl game. Okay, where did I ever compare them to the Coots? It was really not a trash talk video about Virginia Tech. It was more a trash talk video about the fact that their fans deserve so much better than the product they're getting right now. Sometimes Clemson fans have listening and reading comprehension issues. Penn State at Maryland, went on ahead and picked Penn State to cover there, and that they did in a major way. 59-0. Arizona State at Cal. Missed out on that one. Arizona State wins that game. 24-17 on the road. Pretty good win for those guys. Rutgers at Michigan. That was kind of my dumb pick of the week. I should have known better there. But, you know, what can I say? It's incorrect. Kansas at TCU. Another one incorrect. TCU just destroyed Kansas. The final in that game was, look it up here, 51-14. I mean, you don't know what to expect anymore. I mean, you really don't. I mean, from one week to the other with these teams. Give that one a big X as well. Texas Tech at Oklahoma. I can always cover the kind of Sooners to cover the spread. That they did. Won that game by 39 points. 55-16. Showed a little bit of defense as well. Northwestern at Wisconsin. Boom. Wrong. 24-15. Wisconsin. Kind of just not a letdown spot. They didn't play as well as they have been playing. Texas A&M and Arkansas. Another one that I possibly should have known better in, given the fact that Arkansas played them so close last year, and there's just really not a lot of difference between the two teams this year. Going ahead and give Jackpot a big old X on that one. NIU at Vandy. Wrong again. Vandy wins the game by 6 points. Got a little half point in there. Once again, Vegas, man. It's uncanny how close they are on some of this stuff. And it just keeps on coming. FAU at Charlotte. I picked the home team. Oh, the home team disappointed. Big X there. Alabama, 37.5-point favorites. Did not cover the spread, I believe. Nope, they didn't. They won by 28. Notre Dame, they covered the spread for me against Virginia. Somebody finally comes through there. Wake Forest at Boston College. Don't cover the spread again there. They won by 3. Georgia Tech at Temple. Nope. They lost that game 24-2. I got some major rebuilding issues to take care of there, man. I'll tell you what. Michigan State beats Indiana, but it's only 40-31. So Jackpot's wrong here again. I don't know how to get weak this bad. USC and Washington. No, USC did not cover that. They lost 28-14 to Washington. Clemson at UNC. Here we go. Correct pick. UNC loses 21-20. Had to be one of the most head-scratching calls I've ever seen. Mac Brown goes for two after scoring the touchdown with just over a minute left to play to pull within 21-20 and does not make it. Play gets snuffed out from the very beginning. So Clemson, it's almost as if Clemson knew exactly what was coming. And I had feared of that. I just don't understand it at all. Mac Brown said something about, I don't know, but depth being an issue, and Clemson was taking over physically. But yeah, I mean, but you've battled with them for 4 quarters. You're at home. You have the momentum. You just scored a touchdown. Why? You know, I don't know. That's kind of a disservice to those kids. It really is. They could have had a chance to have a major coup, a major win for those kids. But at any rate, they lost, but they covered the spread. Auburn covers against Mississippi State in a major way there. Also, it's at 56-23 was the final score at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn looks really good this year, man. They really do. We'll see how they do this weekend. They got Florida in the Swamp. Another big game for them, big test. Oklahoma State covers the spread against Kansas, 26-13 win there, or Kansas State rather. Ohio State covers the spread against Nebraska, 48-7 win in Lincoln. I had a feeling that this one would be a snooze fest, and it was. If you were, just didn't have any vested interest in Ohio State, they just totally dominated that thing from the opening gun. Kentucky at South Carolina, a pick that I'm glad to get wrong. South Carolina covered the spread there and then some. 24-7, totally destroyed an outmanned Kentucky team on Saturday night. Good to see that win. All right, Jackpot's lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels pick. Florida State wins over NC State in Tallahassee on Saturday night. Final score there was 31-13. Florida State quietly improving. Utah, Washington State. Utah covers the spread in major fashion, 38-13 over Washington State in Salt Lake City. And the nightcap, UCLA and Arizona. Arizona is 17.5-point favorites. They do win the game against UCLA, but only by 3 points, 20-17. So recapping this, let's see here. 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, 3-7, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9. Boy, this is brutal. 4-10, 4-11, 5-11, 5-12, 5-13, 5-14, 15, 6-15, 7-15, 8-15, 9-15, 9-16. Ouch. That was actually better than I thought it was. Oh my gosh, man. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep on studying and keep on trying to get better, man. That's all you can do. 9-16-0. A lot of these games were, I think, kind of tricky for some this week. 70 wrong. So we've got 59 wrong, 59 correct this year, 70 incorrect, and 3 pushes. Got to do a lot better. Got to do a lot better here. We're approaching the halfway point of the season. Really I got to start studying, some situational stuff. this is a time of year when that situational stuff comes into play. Sometimes even more than the fundamental stuff in a lot of these games. Just taking into account bye weeks. How well you played last week. If you blew somebody out last week, you may be a little bit tired this week and, may underperform a little bit, vice versa if the other team that you play and got blown out last week and they shouldn't have gotten blown out, if they should have just lost that game by a close margin, they may be angry. So, they may come out with piss and vinegar and, really play above their heads. All kind of crazy stuff happens. Yeah, and the saying is, and I've already said this in previous videos, that no team is as bad as they looked the previous week, and no team is as good as they looked the previous week. That bore out in the South Carolina game versus Kentucky. They weren't as bad as they looked the previous week. Bore out in the Clemson game as well. They sure weren't as good as they looked the previous week. I'm just here, just average Joe, just trying to pick these games, and some of them are, admittedly games about teams that I don't know a whole heck of a lot about. Sometimes I still like to try to roll the dice and see if we can pick a winner on them. So we'll keep on trying there, keep on putting the nose to the grindstone on these picks, and see what we can come up with. Who are the big winners from this weekend? Ohio State, of course. Justin Fields continues to look very, very impressive. Going on the road to Lincoln, Nebraska, a tough venue, and just absolutely shredding a college football legend, 48-7. Auburn looked good, as I mentioned before, 56-23. Gave up some points to Ole Miss there at the end, but they were, that game was 14-0 before I ever even knew what dang thing was even on yet. Florida State, are they an elite team? No. Are they even above average at this point? No, but they're getting there. They're getting there. I warned in my preseason video that I thought Florida State was going to be a lot better this year, and they're doing better. They did lose the Virginia game, which I predicted that in my preseason video. They also lost the Boise State game. I think I predicted that one to be a win with a one to keep a watch on. So they're improving. I still look for them to win 8 games or so and make a bowl. Oklahoma State looked pretty good this weekend, beating a ranked Kansas State team. And Penn State last Friday night totally destroyed Maryland on the road. And a game that a lot of people picked Maryland to cover the spread there. I really didn't get that pick, and that's not one that I would have made. So there's that. All right, guys, that's week number 5 in the books. Hope to see you watching the video for week number 6, which will be coming out within the next couple of days. Cross your fingers for me and say a couple of prayers for the casual fan, Carolina Jackpot, that I can make a huge rebound from this terrible, terrible week of picks. Very poor picks. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later. If you like the video, please hit it with a thumbs up. Give me a subscription. If you haven't a subscription, if you're not a can't even talk. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button if you like the video. Post college football videos here pretty much every day of the week right now. We post scratch ticket videos also. Huge Carolina Gamecock fan, huge supporter of the imminent firing of Coach Will Muschamp. Just want to see our program go in a different direction despite the win that we had on Saturday night. I just think that we can do so much better if we have some new blood in there, some new leadership for those young men. All right, guys, that's all I got to say, and I will see y'all later. Appreciate it. Peace, and I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Fire Coach Boone.